Hi everybody. This is the first in a series of some exercise programs that I'd like to share with you. Now, as you all know, I've got a very wide range of age, athletic ability, medical conditions, orthopedic issues in my practice. So the challenge is making a generic video for everybody that they can and all of you can benefit from. So today I'm going to be talking about a hip hinge. And think of a door hinge with the door moving and that part of the hinge that allows for the door to move. Here's the hinge right here in my hips. And what you'll see is as I start, I'll take this broom and I will put if I can, and some of you can and some of you can't, don't worry about it, do the best you can, but the back of my head, my mid-spine, and my butt down here, or the sacrum. And this stick or broom handle then trains me or trains you to keep a nice, stable, inline spine and head. I'm going to tuck my butt under just a little bit so my pelvis doesn't spill too far forward, maintain that rigid position, and then right here, as I soften my knees a little bit and my head goes straight down looking toward the ground, I push my butt back. That is called a hip hinge. And that's the movement that leads us to what we call a deadlift, or what we say a Romanian deadlift. Now, I don't think I like the term deadlift anymore, because what happens is people hear lift and they start arching and lifting with their spine. And over time, that back bending, let's call that extension, and there's nothing wrong with extension, but if you keep loading an extension and then stay there, that can injure your back over time. So a hip hinge is a pretty important way to activate the back part of your legs, your glutes and your hamstrings. And I'll be talking more about the benefit of glutes and hamstrings. If you have strong glutes, strong hamstrings, you've got a better position in the spine, you've got a stronger back. So let's look at it from the side. Here it goes. I'm going to tuck my butt in a little bit, relax my knees, and I'm not going to squat down. I'm just going to hip hinge back. I'm going to push my butt back, let my head follow along, back, 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 back. There's my hip hinge. Now, I'm not going to lift up with my back, but I am going to push through the ground, and even when I get to the top, squeeze my butt cheeks a little bit. And so this is a terrific way to actually spare your spine. We call it a spine sparing strategy. Tuck your butt under just a little. Keep a nice rigid torso with these muscles engaged. The back muscles are not extending or moving forward or backward. They're just holding a nice rigid position. That's something worth practicing. It's something worth calling me about, or we can Skype if you like, and we can coach this a little bit. But for most of you in my practice, I'd say about 90%, we've gone through this, or you know how to do it. Now at home, you might find some props. So remember, don't overdo it with the weight. Again, use common sense. But if you've been doing this in the office with me and you know how to do a deadlift, but let's call it a dead push, because I want you to emphasize pushing the floor away. There's my standard issue cinder block again. I'll straddle it. In other words, my ankle bones are right in the middle of this cinder block. And then what I'm going to do is get myself in a position, do a little karate chop right here at my hips, and send my butt back. My knees soften a little bit, go forward, and I look straight down as that butt goes back. I've got my cinder block, I'm looking right at it, then I'm pushing the ground away, coming straight up, looking straight ahead. Then what I'll do is I'll do the same thing. I soften my knees a little bit, and I will push my butt back, look straight down. My knees are bent forward just a little bit as my butt translates back, keeping a nice rigid spine. Now, and you know who you are, if you're strong enough, you can add weight. If you're not, please don't do it. But I'll show you a few props that you can use. For instance, you might have something like a vase at home. This thing weighs maybe 7 pounds, if that, maybe 5. You can put water in it. It's got handles on it. Same. There's my dead push, or my deadlift, but let's call it dead push for fun. And then I can also use one of these containers, right? Not too much weight in here. If I have 2.5 gallons of water, that's about 10 pounds. Same. Keep it close to your body, back. Push your butt back and drive the floor away. And the last thing, if you have a 5-gallon bottle of water, that's about 40 pounds. Now this is a little more challenging. And same. Push your butt back, drive the ground away. Push your butt back, drive the ground away. Now, again, be very careful. If I've coached you already in the office, then you're good to go on these. If I've not coached you, call me. You know what my number is, or email me. And let's keep working out together, keep eating well, and we'll see you on the other side of the curve.